My dear students of class 9A and 9B, today I am going to teach you about the following points. Point number 1, paintings of the Gupta rulers, Harshavardhana, the rule of Harshavardhana, and then extension of his empire, and last of all decline. First of all, painting of the painting during the age of the Gupta rulers. Ajanta and Ellora, the two caves, were famous for its paintings. Ajanta and Ellora caves. Both of the two caves' walls were painted with the most beautiful frescoes depicting the life of Buddha and Bodhisattvas. Most colors used. Also, there is a good system and good combination of colors, and hence it looked very nice, and it also attracts the people and the visitors, the travelers who usually go and visit the caves, and they still it's a matter the people during the age are astonished to see, they are all surprised to see the beautiful designs of paintings on the walls. The finest paintings are found in cave number 1. What is this? In Ajanta, cave number 1, Ajanta caves, there is a figure of Avalokiteshvari and Padmabhari and Bodhisattva who embodies compassion and takes in the suffering of the humans. There is a form of humans in different forms of human and their sufferings. It is also nicely painted and by the painters with various types of colors. The central figure of Padmabhari is surrounded by other celestial beings such as Yaktis and Apsaras. So the painting seems to be a part of which one? Part of a longer narrative. The painting of the Bagh temple, Bagh cave in Madhya Pradesh also shows exquisite design and sculptures. That's why during the age of the Guptas, its painting also reached to its highest extent and attracts the people of attracts the people and visitors and travelers of different parts of the country. Now, the next part is Harshavardhana, the rule of Harshavardhana. Who was Harshavardhana? Harshavardhana, after the fall of the Gupta Empire, came to power. And the Hunas disintegrated the Gupta Empire. After the invasion of the Hunas, and although Skandagupta checked the growing power of the Hunas by defeating them, but afterwards, after the death of Skandagupta, the weak successors of the Gupta dynasty, they were unable to check the growing influence of the Hunas. So the Hunas invaded India from time to time, and as a result of it, the age of the Gupta dynasty came to an end. And then the political condition also was quite unstable. Right, that when Harshavardhana came to power, and he also learned some inscription and coins. Harsha came to the throne in the year 606 CE, and but during the age of Harsha, there is no enough information. The information, whatever we come to know, it is from the biography of Harsha, which was written by his court poet Banbhatta. Banbhatta wrote Harsha Charita. From there we come to know about the age of Harsha. Apart from Banbhatta, Hwuen-tsang, one Chinese pilgrim who came to India during the reign of Harshavardhana. So about from the inscriptions of and from the other writing travelers writing materials, we come to know about the rule of Harshavardhana. Harshavardhana belonged to Vardhana clan. After his father's death, the eastern kingdoms got themselves united in order to check the growing power of the Mokhoris of Kannauj. But Harsha's sister was there. Harsha's sister was the queen of Kanauj, Maukhari dynasty. So Harsha sent his elder brother Rajyavardhana at the time when the eastern kingdoms, after having got themselves united, attacked Kanauj, the Maukhari dynasty. So, their sister, uh, in the interest of their sister, Rajyavardhana, elder brother of Harshavardhana, reached there to strengthen the power of the Kanauj Maukhari dynasty. But ultimately, the eastern kingdoms attacked him, and he was killed at their hands. So, after the death of his elder brother Rajyavardhana, Harsha reached there, and Harsha led a victorious, led there as victorious power, and ultimately Harsha rose to the throne and led a victorious campaign against the eastern kingdoms in order to strengthen the Maukharis of Kanauj, and ultimately he rescued his sister from committing sati or suicide. He rescued his sister from committing sati. So in the period Harsha ruled, the period Harsha ruled from his capital Kanauj, Harsha established a strong kingdom, and he extended his kingdom from Kashmir, Kashmir, and Nepal in the north, and Narmada River in the south, to the south. So by this, Harsha established a very strong kingdom and extended his empire in various parts, and made it a cultural center. So Kanauj was located. Kanauj was located. Kanauj was the capital of Harsha, and Kanauj was a center of agricultural region of Western Gangetic Plains. So most of the lands were fertile, and Kanauj. That's why the richness and prosperity of Kanauj helped Harshavardhana to introduce a good system of administration. And besides, Kanauj also, a cultural center. Kanauj was not only the Kanauj was the capital of Harshavardhana. Kanauj a cultural center as well. But afterwards, after the extension of his empire, his kingdom from north to south, Harsha decided to extend his empire towards the Deccan. But while taking such an expedition against the Deccan, Harshavardhana was defeated by Pulakeshin II. Who was Pulakeshin II? Pulakeshin II was a powerful ruler of the Deccan. Harshavardhana, it was very unexpected that a ruler like Harshavardhana would be defeated by Pulakeshin II. And Pulakeshin II, I don't know whether he thought that he would be able to defeat Harshavardhana. But Pulakeshin II defeated Harshavardhana the time when Harshavardhana took an expedition against the Deccan, and he was unable to defeat the Chalukyan ruler Pulakeshin II, and Pulakeshin II defeated Harshavardhana in the year 620 CE, and then afterwards Harshavardhana was unable to extend his boundaries towards the Deccan, and the rule of Harshavardhana came to an end. Harshavardhana, although a good ruler, but he was unable to understand the basic concept. Although he extended his empire towards the south Narmada River, but he wanted to cross the Narmada River and he wanted to reach Deccan. But Deccan was a place under the rule of Pulakeshin II, the Chalukyan King Pulakeshin II. There was a good system of administration. People were happy, rich, prosperous. There was equality in the country. There was unity in the country. there was a well-disciplined soldiers under Pulakeshin too. That's why it was a great mistake of Harshavardhana. He could not understand the basic reason that a state such a Chalukyan state under strong leadership and central authority under a strong ruler like Pulakeshin II, whether he should take such an expedition. He was in the dark. He could not understand the political. He could not understand the easy thing and underestimated Pulakeshin II, and ultimately it resulted in a great defeat, and ultimately, initially he was defeated, but the time when he was trying to escape from the battlefield, Pulakeshin II realized that it was the right time to arrest and kill him. Otherwise, that very strong ruler once again would attack him and he would be unable to protect him. So it would be better for them. He must be caught and must be killed. Ultimately, a huge army, huge number of soldiers moved here and there in search of Harshavardhana, who took a shelter in a deep forest. But everywhere soldiers were there. Soldiers tried to find him out. Ultimately, from a large, big banyan tree, Harshavardhana, where he climbed up, he was forced to come down from the tree, and then Harshavardhana was arrested, and finally he was presented before Pulakeshin II. It is written in some books. There it is not mentioned in your book. Some extra knowledge for your better knowledge I am explaining it. So, when Harshavardhana, when you will be student of senior class, means college student or university student, that time you will study in detail form. Anyway, whenever Harshavardhana was presented before Pulakeshin II, Pulakeshin II immediately ordered his men to kill him. Harshavardhana was given a chance whether he would beg his life. Pulakeshin II asked him, but Harshavardhana remained silent. Whenever Harshavardhana remained silent, Pulakeshin II realized that he was really a great king, a brave military commander, a brave king and brave soldier. That's why Pulakeshin II felt proud of Harshavardhana, and finally he ordered his men to kill Harshavardhana. So after the death of Harshavardhana, the rule of the same dynasty from Kanauj came to an end, and the rule of Pulakeshin II also strengthened the Chalukyan kingdom. Harsha was a popular ruler. He traveled frequently all over his kingdom to be accessible to his subjects. He patronized Buddhism. He built many monasteries. He established many monasteries, founded several states hospitals in order to provide facilities to the kingdom and his inhabitants. And a number of kings, pilgrims, and common devotees took part in it. Hiven Sangh was the chief guest of the assembly. It is believed that Harsha wrote 3 plays, Ratnavali, Priyadarshika, and Nagananda. These were the 3 most important plays Harshavardhana. It is said that Harshavardhana wrote. And under Harsha's patronage, Nalanda University emerged as a renowned center of learning. Harsha is also famous for his benevolence and charity. And after Harsha's death, North India was plunged into anarchy. You know, in North India, there was a king like Harsha, was really a powerful king. And after the end of the Gupta dynasty, the fame and glory of Nalanda University also was increased, also was stabled by Harshavardhana. Harshavardhana extended the boundaries of the Nalanda University, also constructed a number of new classrooms, also appointed a number of good teachers who were basically well experienced, and the teacher who had sufficient knowledge in their respective subjects. Harshavardhana appointed them, and under the guidance, special guidance and care of Harshavardhana, the fame and glory of Nalanda University reached far and wide, and there was a spiritual development, there was a growth of religion, because Harshavardhana was a great patronizer of Buddhism, a firm believer of Buddhism, the concept Buddhism, and hence the rule of Harshavardhana and the rule and the administration under Harshavardhana was stable, and people were rich, prosperous, and happy. According to Hiven Sang, we come to know about the age of Harshavardhana and his rule. So today, up to this, my dear students, next day we shall discuss about the administration of Harshavardhana and the role of Hiven Sang, and the inscriptions, whatever he collected, the detailed account of the life of the people and the administration and the life of Harsha from the accounts of Hiven Sang. Next day we shall come to that. Thank you.